God damn it. Can you hear me now? It looked like it muted itself. Okay. Yeah, all right. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. OBS crashed. Then when I started OBS again, it decided to mute my mic when I started the stream. Mic is live, hot mic is hot. Okay. Yeah, OBS just decided to crash on me. I wonder if an update made things unstable, but then again, Windows is also telling me to, well, yeah, there is an actual mute button. So when I mute, there's a mute button for OBS, but I actually use the hard mute button on my Rodecaster usually, because then... But the obvious thing is, while I say you can't hear me for sure, and I said that, I don't know why I did that. The nice thing is, when I hit the mute button on the Rodecaster, so when I turn my microphone on with the Rodecaster Pro 2 that I'm using, it cuts out the music on the speakers, so there's no feedback. The second the mic is disabled, the speakers are on. So it's my way to know if the mic is hot or not. I just have to listen to, if the thing is gone. But anyway, so this is going to be this is a 3D print that I came across and I really like. And while, you know, let me start that again. Okay, so this, God, mind a million miles a minute. This is a 3D printable case that I found online. Hey! Appreciate the raid. I'm Uber Geek. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Where are my alerts? Where the frick are my alerts? There we go. It's the sound of the police. It's... Thank you for that raid. Thank you. Appreciate that. Sorry, I restarted the stream and it just, you know, I'm going to give you a close-up. So let me show you all about that. Thank you for joining on the stream, anyone that has rated in. My name is Chief Geek 3D. I basically do IT, tech content, cybersecurity, as well as gaming on Linux. Tonight we're doing mostly tinkering. I just finished up talking about my Librem 14 that came back in from security repair, warranty repair. It's my reasonably secure laptop. We've been doing 3D printing. I'm reviewing a System 76 laptop. I just did an unboxing for a Samsung Galaxy S23 for possible content creation. But then, so, this is a case that I found online that's 3D printable, and it's one of the best SD card cases I found. So, yeah, it can hold a bunch of SD cards, micro SD and everything. But the best part about this case, all right? Built-in spring mechanism to keep your cards from just falling out. Look at that. Look at that. It's a print-in-place print. I make these in PETG. I'm going to be, these are licensed so that you can print these yourself. They're not my design, but they're a design of somebody else's. But they are available for commercial sale, if you want, from the licensing as I read. So I'm planning to eventually release these. I'm thinking I'm going to price them about $10 a piece in my Etsy store. You can print them yourself. They're somebody else's file. They're just allowed to be commercially printed per the licensing because it's a Creative Commons, I think, share-alike or whatever. There's no commercial restrictions. I'm just working on the colors, taking some pictures. So the Etsy store will be reopened. It's just Chief Geek 3D. I don't have it in my links in bio yet because it's still technically in vacation mode and I want to make sure everything's kosher. So I will have a few items in there. Of course, everything is going to be in PETG. I don't know if I'm going to be offering two-tone color options because of, you know, the work that's involved, timing, things like that. But I will be offering at least single-tone options in multiple colors. If I do color changing options, it might be down the line where I do this two-tone. Because if you notice, I do this, like, fancy print where you can have it go halfway. And I think it looks really nice this way. But yeah, these cases, if you have a 3D printer, I highly recommend them. They're just an SD card case. They're one of the top prints in Thingiverse I found for the past 30 days. And I actually started this print live on stream. But it's really nice the fact that it's a little snug, but I can pull each one out, and the SD cards themselves, you know, there's a little bit of resistance. There's a spring in there. It's really cool. Let's actually open it up on the slicer so I can show you what I'm talking about. Where's your slicer? There we are. Oh, cool. I actually have the case still open. So this is what's really cool about this case here. So this is how it is when we're sliced and everything. So let me cut into this case a little bit. So we can actually see the mechanism out here. It's actually quite ingenious. It's basically a spring built in to hold them in. Now, it's got a tight, fit for the regular SD cards, which is why they have a little bit of resistance. But there's this bar off to the left here, off to the sides here, that just presses in. And it's really genius how he came up with that. Hey, 1012 Zach, how's it going? So where is this setting that Cynic Star was talking about? Also, I will say this, so I do have a couple of complaints with iPhone after playing with it and comparing to Android. iPhone charges way faster than Android. Android charges way faster than Android. And my point of reference wasn't just, oh, I'm going to use the same brick and everything. I have a Pine Power over here that gives me readouts of what the current power being drawn is. I don't know what exactly the magic is going behind Android, but they're doing a lot better in that regard. Apple is very slow for data processing, data transfer over their Lightning cable, because it's still USB 2.0 when I was testing it out. That's not feasible if you're going to be doing content creation of any kind. I think Apple's kind of stuck. I think they don't know what to do. I think everyone's afraid to, But yeah, there's a few things I'm noticing that are negatives against Android, few things I'm noticing that are negatives against iPhone. But let me be completely honest with all of you. I've never been a fan of Apple. I've never been a fan of Google. As I will just tell everyone, the reason I have been using an iPhone is because I hate Apple less than Google. It has nothing to do with me liking them. I just don't like either company. And to be honest, I don't think there's ever going to be a company I completely like, because there's always going to be that one thing I'm just going to nitpick about. But there's going to be companies where I look at them and I say that, okay, I'll probably say if System 76 releases a phone, I might give them leeway just because they've been so amazing, but I think they're the exception that kind of proves the rule. If that makes sense. Yes, Apple has better security on their mobile devices, and that is one reason why I'm still using an iPhone every day. Have I tried Skiff? What's Skiff? Drop me a link, darn social. Where is that setting he was talking about? The one thing that took me a while to get used to was the two-finger swipe up to pull all the things. Let's take a look at this. Skiff is the first privacy workspace for free thinkers. For end-to-end encrypted email, calendar, documents, and files that gives you the power to communicate freely. So this is interesting, because one of my upcoming videos I have to go over will be a sponsored post. Full disclaimer there. It is only Office. God damn. Why is dark mode not working with you? But anyway, okay, but anyway, only Office, I've talked about them before, but they have an entire workspace solution for enterprises. So that's one, yeah, so I'm definitely at the look at only Office versus, Skiff. M-series chips are net gen. You mean like net? Like we're gonna go catch some butterflies with some dreams? They are net gen. Now, the honest truth is the M1 chips aren't next gen. They're 1980s instruction sets with new updated stuff. ARM isn't really that new. What was I looking for? Camera. Oh, Chief, on Android, you'll want to look into Nova Launcher. Think of it as like GNOME tweaks for Android. See, here's the thing. I don't really need nor want to customize my phone. I just want to have it do the thing and be done with it. I don't really use my phone. This is, okay. I'm going to go into further detail on this in a longer form video when I get into this. This was a discussion I was having with Yitz and a couple other people. Android's doing too much, and they're not advertising to iPhone users in the right way. Here's the reality. The average phone user doesn't give a shit about customization. They want to be able to pick up their phone, use it, and do the thing. They don't want to learn their device. That's the reason why Apple is winning. They are extremely intuitive. You pick up an iPhone, it works. My case study in this was my grandmother and my aunt. My grandmother needed a phone for obvious reasons. She's traveling, all that. We need to get a hold of her. My family was of the mindset of give her a cheap Android phone. And I'm, of course, the proponent of use what's best. But the problem was, it's my grandmother. I told everyone up front, you give that woman an Android phone, a basic Samsung Galaxy phone or whatever, she's not going to use it. She will use it for a day or two, get confused by how to use it, and it'll be put in a drawer, and it will never be used again. Lo and behold, what happened a month into it? Nobody could get a hold of my grandmother. She came home late from, the gym, and we're like, where was your phone? And she's like, I can't use it. I can't use the phone. It's in the drawer. And what was the solution? I brought her to the Apple store after I handed her my iPhone, and I said, can you use this phone? After I showed her how to use the iPhone, she figured it out in about 30 seconds. She's like, Baba, this is the phone I need. I know how to use this. That's what my grandmother was like. And that's what I keep trying to tell Android people. All this customization shit, you're shooting yourself in the foot with the phone. Because it's like, well, we can do all this stuff. You add more and more and more bloat. More and more and more confusion. More and more and more of this. And here's the thing. I know lots of older people who use iPhone, everything is on one screen for them. Yeah, but not only that, here's another thing y'all are not considering. Gen Z doesn't know how to fucking use computers, I'm realizing. They didn't have to be raised on it. Like, okay, remember the day we were playing Doom 3 and I had to go through the INI files to get 1920 by 1080 to work properly and then do some troubleshooting? We grew up in the generation expecting to have to go into configuration files for our own games to make our game work. This entire generation, Gen Z, has been raised around technology that just works. I am already running into Gen Z people that are coming into the workplace that don't know how to use a computer in the ways they should because they've been using a phone their entire time. You're finding tons of people now that have more phone usage than they do computers. You're already seeing it. Like, there was that video I stitched a while back where there's this girl that was complaining about all these Microsoft issues. And what it came down to was she didn't research how to customize Microsoft Office in the basic customizations that we've come to know and understand from email as it existed since day zero. That's what we're dealing with. And that's why iPhone is still winning out. So it doesn't matter that you're like, well, it charges faster. It's got wireless charging. It can fold and it can do all this. At the end of the day, most people are looking at it saying, I can't pick it up and I can't just use it. Like, okay, let me give you an example. There are more girls that take selfies with their phones, right? Now, there's a lot of girls that care about the quality of those pictures that they take from their phones. And, you know, the gay community is the same thing. I digress. If that selfie isn't perfect, they're going to curse that phone out and go get the iPhone. Because the reality is, well, I can take the perfect selfie pic on Instagram with my iPhone every time. I can pick up my iPhone and I can record a TikTok and it works with all the filters. And the camera's perfect. It just pick it up and work. That's why Android's shooting themselves in the foot. It doesn't matter about 90% of the other stuff that you're talking about. Nobody cares that the phone's faster. Nobody cares that the battery's more. Nobody cares that the battery charges faster. Nobody cares that you can do all these things. You can multitask. You can have window and window. Nobody cared. They only cared when that was becoming a detriment to the basic user experience. And you can credit Apple, honestly, for at least making the user experience easy. My Samsung A42 5G makes me mad. Only 4 GB memory. Sometimes I have to take the photo over and over. Why? Because the camera app crashes over and over. Makes me mad. Yep. And see, it's things like that. Like, okay, we all hear the complaints about Apple iPhone slowing down over age. Okay? We can agree. That's a complaint that people hear. Can you say that many of those people are complaining about the apps crashing? They either don't work or they work. Yeah. I can see why that would happen. But, yeah, I think the one problem with Android is Google maintaining it doesn't Google's never really been in the business of proper feedback. With iPhone, you don't have that issue because it don't overuse memory. Exactly. They designed it they designed it for idiots in mind. Let me tell you, it's great that I, even as a professional, I can pick up my phone and it just works. I can pick up my phone and I can answer anything. My only complaint has been iMessage doesn't work, you know, like, with everything. Samsung never thought to think, hey, let's reserve memory for the camera at all times. Well, that's see where I'm talking about. But how many people are actually dependent upon the camera as a high priority thing? Whereas the iPhone, like the iPhone, if you remember the press releases and all that stuff, they focus so much on the camera. Oh, we have videographers using our camera exclusively for all of their content creation. That's their hook. Apple has done everything they can to target the content creator. From Mac computers, to the iPad, to the MacBook. They have that. Yeah, and Apple knows they have you sold. And the one thing that I'm trying to get a lot of the Android people to understand is, because, like, I remember having this argument for years. That's great and all, but what's the data usage like on Android? That's great and all, but what's the security model like? That's great and all, but how are the backups stored? That's great and all. Like, I would literally say that's great and all this way. Part of me just wants to carry an iPhone just to take photos. Honestly, my consideration was getting a second iPhone just for content creation so I could separate my content creation from this, but I'd rather have a full different device. But the issue with, if you want to carry an iPhone just to take photos, is it's running over USB 2. It's extremely slow. So now you have gigabytes upon gigabytes of data to dump off an iPhone. Takes forever. Yep. 1012 Zach. I use an iPhone XR as my daily phone because it helps me get shit done. I don't really care too much about customization since most of the time I'm using my laptop. I use a 12 mini. I totally agree with that sentiment. I absolutely hate that they killed the mini versions of iPhones. I don't need these big fucking honking tablets of compensation. I'm not a man with insecurity in that regard. Give me a tiny phone. Let everybody else know everything's big about me. So where the hell is this setting? Android scares me at times. In 2023, even 6 GB of memory is not enough. Nothing more scary than the phone crashing when you need to call 911. See, that is an issue. There is no reason your phone should be using that much memory. Okay, settings. Okay, so it's not accessibility settings. Sound vibrations, notifications, wallpaper and style, themes, home screen, lock screen, security. Advanced features, screenshots and screen recorder. I feel like we're getting closer. Video brightness. Oh, video brightness, normal. Okay. I think that might have been it. The video brightness setting. Okay, is there any other setting? Let's see, is there a TikTok setting? Okay. Picture in picture, app details in store, no. Is there any software updates? Nope, software's up to date. Samsung Galaxy S23. I'm doing testing right now from the perspective iPhone user. All right, let me see. What's the stereo loud? See how Samsung S23 is for. Outrageous. Outrageous. So yeah, it's Black Eyed Peas. Think Pump It. Hey now, I'm 6'4", 350 pounds. Grabbing my hands is like grabbing a bunch of bananas. I need giant phones. Yeah, for you need it. But this is where I think like Apple and all them are being dumb. I don't have small hands. I actually am within the average size for men. And I think a lot of them are forgetting. There are women that are smaller than me. Okay? Think about that for a second. Yeah. Like, this is reminding me of the years when, like, many women would complain that cars were designed way too much for men. And then Saturn came around. Like, I don't know if y'all knew this, but Saturn was actually designed for women to the point that in the transmission knob, they had grooves for your acrylic nails to, like, dig into so you didn't break it. But yeah, like, I know there's a lot of girls that, like, get the bigger phone for the camera, but you want to honestly tell me that every woman wants to get a bigger phone and quite a few of them don't want to get a smaller phone? And then, you know what I also hate? Apple likes to say, well, nobody wants to buy small phones anymore. Yeah, no shit, because you ain't advertising them anymore. It's always like, oh yeah, we have the Ultra, we have the Plus, and here's the Mini. Like, nobody talks about the Mini. It's just kind of like, you're the consolation prize. I'm gonna check out, let me see. Let's see, Samsung S23. God damn it. I need a bigger desk. I dropped something else. I did. You know who also has tiny hands? Donald Trump. Hey, did do it again. Your mic vol lowered again during the transmission. Even the music lowered, then went back up. That's weird. Shouldn't do that. That's weird. Let's see. Cedra. Okay, display. No, I'm by. Oh my. So am I. Interesting. The new king of camera phones. Okay. So let me see if I flip this around. Oh, that video is kind of grainy coming in, but I wonder if that's the screen stretching. Let's see. It looks kind of washed out. I can see that. Where is this setting? Because I know Cynic Star was telling me there's like a setting in there. Do you have developer mode enabled? No, I do not. What does that do as opposed to anything? Okay, let's see. Apps. Hmm. What's customization service do? Nope. Not seeming to be related to what I need. Okay. iPhone 12 upload. Yeah, okay, that's a different one. Hmm. I can't seem to figure it out. All right, let's see. Okay, with that. Okay, so according to Tipster, Samsung is collaborating with the popular social media apps Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok to improve photo upload quality on its upcoming flagship series, Galaxy S23. The calibration enhance the quality of photos shot on these apps via their inbuilt camera. That's photos. So how is it these people are getting like these amazing qualities videos? Yeah, like let me see.
Same clarity. So the question is, does the video quality look as good as you wanted it to be? So this is a front-facing video TikTok quality test on the new Galaxy S23 Ultra to see what it looks like if you were recording inside the app. And this is what it would look like if you're using the rear-facing cameras. And what's also nice is that you can actually use the zoom lens in the TikTok app so you get that crazy...
This Hulk, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. The ability to make a TikTok video has to be done within the app. I'm not doing this upload shit. If I have to do this, well, we're going to prepare it outside of it only as the option. I'm going to return this and go get an iPhone.
10 times zoom with the same clarity. So the question is, does the video quality look as good as...
So he's recording it there. me see. S23 front-facing camera versus S23 Ultra. So Miles Above Tech says, Miles Above Tech says that it has some good videos from TikTok doing the native app.
And right now I'm 12 megapixel as well. Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus. Various bokeh effect 23 video as a reference on Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus and S23 Ultra as well. So if you want, you can use this video as a reference for the front-facing camera for Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus and S23 Ultra as well. For pictures, we got the beautification and the portrait mode. That is the combination of various bokeh effect and the beautification. And there is night mode provided as well for taking pictures from the front-facing camera of Samsung Galaxy S23. It is capable of recording 4K resolution videos at 60 FPS. For video recording, we also got the portrait video option that you can use to create many different bokeh effects. We also got the selector's view.
I was like, his quality looks bad.
Same camera is available in 4K resolution videos. So guys, this is Sean Heather, and right now I'm taking this video from the 12 megapixel front-facing camera of Samsung Galaxy S23 that is capable of recording 4K resolution videos up to 60 FPS. And the exact same camera is available on Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus and S23 Ultra as well. So if you want, you can use this video as a reference for the front-facing.
Okay, so the front-facing camera is on the same on all phones.
S23 Plus and S23 Ultra as well. For pictures, we got the beautification and the portrait video option that you.
What's this?
What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your...
Okay, so there's a 12 megapixel camera on all there. Okay. Camera TikTok. Okay.
Hey guys, Trevor here, and in this video I'm jump right in.
Oh.
Hey guys, Trevor here, in TikTok through to make sure that the very first thing that we'll scroll down until we find camera. We get to record the video on your iPhone or choose something.
That's an iPhone. It's not it. Okay, where's the camera then? Camera mode. Ah. Portrait zoom, super steady. Shot suggestions, camera settings, save selfies, advanced video options, HDR 10 plus videos. Ah, it had high efficiency videos. So this can optimize the color. Viewing methods. Okay, yeah, they buried that setting. I had to literally search. So, now that I have that, Okay, cool. So, okay. Let's see. Video. All right, this is a test. We're going to see how this works. Okay. This is a test taken inside of the Samsung S23 native camera app. Let's see how the quality is on this compared to TikTok. Let's see how the quality is on this compared to TikTok. Okay. Now, if I remember, TikTok. Watched my Samsung Galaxy S23. They're actually kind of similar. Okay. Now that we have that, let's just use my computer monitor for a reference. So I have just unboxed my Samsung Galaxy S23 that I'm doing for testing right now from the perspective of an iPhone user to see how the Samsung S23 is for a content creation phone. Let me know what you think about the quality of this video compared to my prior video. Okay. If you're working or tinkering with tech, you often need a reference nearby, and if you're tinkering with Linux, you very...
A few weeks ago,
Professional IT advices do not It seems like there's still an issue. Because here's the thing that's kind of perplexing me for a second. They are working... Okay, so let me put it this way. The video looks better than what it was on the Pixel and all of that. I'm gonna admit that up front. It just seems like the colors are washed out more. I'm trying to use the curtain as a reference. Here, let's see. This is annoying as shit. No. Ew. Fuck you, Samsung. Don't pre-install Facebook. Ew. It really pre-installs quite a bit, I noticed. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so let me see. I need to get the camera app. Gotta run to the store. Drink I bought was already open. Gotta exchange it. Okay. I might be ending the stream shortly, though, because I gotta get to sleep. Okay, I want to see how the video quality is of this video here with the backdrop. I'm basically trying to use the backdrop to see how that appears. Okay. All right, let's see. You see you later, darn social. Let's see. Mmm. It is washing colors out because it's a bit more bright. Okay, so HDR10 Plus is carrying through. Let's go to the gallery. So it is washing me out kind of and brightening it up. No, I did not like that blur that it adjusted to. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. The colors look a little bit better now. Could it also be that I just have too much light going on? I don't know. My Samsung Galaxy S23 testing right active iPhone. See how the Samsung S23 is for the quality of the. So I allow certain apps. Make this a friends only video. So I recently unboxed my So I recently unboxed a Samsung S23 smartphone, and I'm doing some testing right now to see if it's a decent content creation phone. I'm playing around with the settings as suggested by CynicStar. I don't know if I found all the settings he's talking about, but let's see if this video is different in quality than the prior one. Oh. Content creation phone. I'm playing around with the settings as suggested by CynicStar. I don't know if I found all the settings he's talking about, but let's see if this video is different in quality than the prior one. So I recently unboxed an example. That's duration, so that can drop out. I also noticed it doesn't. So it takes a while to scrub the video and give me the display and such. Android, and we will see what this looks like. Hashtag Samsung, hashtag S23. I do find it funny that I did reach out to Samsung directly and I said, look, this is my idea I'm looking to do. I'd like to work with you on this in case there's any issues. Like the fucking issue I'm having right now! Like, seriously, do you know how nice it would have been to, like, actually go to Samsung and say, this is the issue I'm having, this is the issue I'm having, this is the issue I'm having, this is the issue. What can I do to remedy this? Instead, it's going to be a very frustrating review eventually when I come about to this. Like, there's no documentation to do any of this stuff. And Samsung needs to be more upfront about it and at least make it easier for, you know, people to do it. Alright, so that video's posting. And then I'm going to do a direct one-to-one comparison. I need to find a way to actually show you all the video that I'm seeing from a smartphone. Alright, so and I'm doing some testing right. So I have just unboxed. So I recently unboxed a Samsung S23 smartphone, and I'm doing some testing right now to see if it's a decent content creation phone. Playing around with the settings as suggested. So I have just unboxed my Samsung Galaxy S23 that I'm doing for. Okay, so there is a noticeable difference now. So I recently unboxed a Samsung S23 smartphone, and I'm doing some testing. Let me see if I can notice the difference on a desktop computer. So I recently unboxed a Samsung S23 smartphone, and I'm doing some testing right now to see if it's a decent content creation. So I have just unboxed my Samsung Galaxy S23 that I'm doing for testing. So I recently unboxed a Samsung S23 smartphone, and I'm doing some testing right now to see if. So I have just unboxed my Samsung Galaxy S23. Okay, so I think it actually did fix the quality issues a little bit better, because if we actually look, this is going to be my final test, because it's getting to be about midnight. Got to figure out my raid. But if I, let me mute myself for a sec, because y'all can hear my annoying voice as it is. Okay, so this is the video that I originally recorded, okay? So if you notice at the top, the blue is kind of mushed in together here. So it's, you know, not giving a lot of, you know, what is it, contrast, whatever. And yeah, I can see where it kind of gets fuzzy around the edges, and close up, it's kind of okay, but then you get close to the facial hair, it kind of blends in. You go up, I can see a little bit more hair. There's less blurring. I can see more of the links individually for it, but I can tell its primary focus is on me. Whereas, let me see. If you look at my face, I know it sounds stupid, but I can see reflections off my head better. So I think that I'm going to need to warrant some further testing. But I think I'm on the right track, more or less. That's something I'm going to have to play with. I definitely do have a few gripes with the Android ecosystem and the way they're doing things. So I'm actually very thankful that it's going out this way, because then I am actually not beholden to Samsung for anything, and I can straight out just bitch about anything I want. But, yeah, I think, I am tired. I think I'm going to be calling it a night and figuring out who we're going to be raiding for. Oh, sorry, Devo, I didn't see that you're there. I'm just doing a chill out by myself, though. But yeah, so let's figure out the raid for tonight. Looks like Captain Space Jester's on. So we gonna raid my native brother up in the north. And, yeah, but thank you all for joining me. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Twitch. Join the Discord. Is there going to be a stream tomorrow? Possibly, but it's mainly just going to be a tinkering one with me compiling, I think, my 3D printer stuff and everything, because I want to get my 3D printer set up before I open the Etsy store in full again. But yeah, if y'all want to follow me on Twitch, Discord, I got a Discord server. There's almost 500 people in there. We're all talking tech, 3D printing, and a bunch of other cool stuff. I mean, you can talk crypto, tech, gaming, 3D printing, and of course, we got our own little troubleshooting channel if y'all need to help each other out, so we got that there. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on YouTube. There's going to be long-form content upcoming. That's part of the reason why I'm so freaking testing all these phones, because I want to have a decent setup, and I know an iPhone's not enough for that, and I know I can't afford a video camera and do all that. But yeah, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Mastodon. I'm pretty much everywhere. Links.chiefgeek3d.com. They are in the bio on Twitch and on TikTok. You can follow me there. I'm probably going to be streaming again tomorrow after my interview. I have a third-round interview with a company I'm hoping to land. And then I will probably be streaming after that because I need to recompile the firmware for my 3D printers, and I want to update the Octoprint systems on them as well because they are very out of date. But yeah, let's get a raid going to my native brother. We're going to raid Captain Space Jester, who's playing Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2008. But I appreciate all of you for sticking around. We got my Librem 14 going. I'm going to get my System 76 Pangolin laptop so we can do gaming on Linux and more. And, yeah, stick around for the raid. Thank you all. I love all of you. And, I will see y'all soon.